What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. I got something to talk about that I didn't even know was even in the works. Apparently, Multiversus has an upcoming comic. Okay, that was not on my bingo card for 2024. But check this out. Multiversus and DC are collaborating on a new comic that will tie in to the hit video game. So that's kind of crazy. Multiversus is getting their own comic. Okay. I'm a little curious about how this plays out. I mean, just think of all the characters in Multiversus, and now you're going to put them in a comic interacting with each other. I'm very curious to see where this goes. And something that we're going to discuss in just a second is, well, they might have possibly, I don't know how to take this yet, but they possibly might have spoiled two upcoming characters. I don't know how to look at that. So, but here's a quick little information about it. But Bruce Wayne, Diana Prince, and Clark Kent each wake up in a cold sweat, and they're troubled by strange dreams that they had about the Rabbit, who ends up being Bugs Bunny. So Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman all meet Bugs Bunny in the comic, and then they kind of, go from there, and they get like these, I don't know, premonitions of somebody called the Star Child and the Witch. So who could those characters be? My first thought for the Star Child would be Steven, because, well, he's a young kid, so that makes sense. And plus, the design on his shirt is a star, and he's like half gem. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? At least in my head. But then there's this idea that I seen. Jake from Adventure Time does have an alternate costume called Jake the Star Child. So I don't know if that's what's going to be tied in, but who knows? Maybe that's what they meant. I don't know. This is a Multiversus event, so we'll have to wait and see all kinds of different variations of characters that we're going to come across in the comic. But as for the Witch, who's a witch? The Wicked Witch of the West, maybe? I don't even... Who has witch powers? Somebody from Teen Titans, I think Raven. We've seen kind of hints of her in the newest Multiversus reveal trailer. Not the reveal trailer, but the newest cinematic trailer that they had a few weeks back. So maybe Raven is like the witch and they come across her. I don't know. So if you guys have any guesses, feel free to drop those down in the comments. But let's take a look at some of these images that they released. So here's one of them. Pretty simple. Superman, Batman, Garnet, Steven, Wonder Woman, Bugs, Jake, Tom and Jerry, Finn. Oh, who's that down there in the bottom right? Shaggy and Scooby. Keep in mind, this is a comic that ties in to Multiverses. Every character we see on this image is a current playable character besides Scooby-Doo. I think a lot of people expect Scooby at some point, but does this kind of confirm him to be playable in a way? I mean, I don't know how else to kind of read this, except Scooby's going to be in Multiverses somehow, right? So there's that, but we got a few more images, so here's just a couple fun ones. Just a bunch of characters kind of like duking it out. I like it, it's kind of cool. We got another image here, just in a different sort of art style, but the interesting thing that I'm getting to is this next image, where we see Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but they got a bunch of screens of characters behind them. So, I mean, if you look at all the characters, these are characters that are playable in Multiverses. But again, look down there at the bottom. There's Scooby. Yeah, we see him again. So is this more confirmation that he's going to be a playable character? Possibly. But the most interesting one that I don't think anybody would have expected, look up in the kind of upper left-hand corner. Is that Tweety Bird? Tweety Bird? Is Tweety Bird going to be playable in Multiverse? How are they going to pull that off? How are they going to make Tweety Bird work? He's going to be extremely tiny. They're already having problems with Iron Giant and him being super massive. So are they going to have problems with Tweety being super tiny? Again, I can't say this confirms Tweety and Scooby as playable characters, but like, it's a tie-in to the game. So what does that say about Tweety and Scooby? Make your own conclusions, but this is kind of cool. Multiversus Comic, again, is, I believe, coming out September 18th. So what is that? Little over, right around 3 months? Yeah, a little over 3 months before that comes out. So that should be kind of fun to wait for. But yeah, let me know what you guys' guesses are for those two characters, Starchild and the Witch. Who do you think they could come across? And keep in mind, this is a comic, right? I'm assuming on the adventures that Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman are on, they're probably going to have to come across some big bad villain, right? Maybe once the comic comes out, we get a villain, and then maybe that ties into a future character or a future boss in the game. I'll throw out one that I would love to see as playable character, or I'll even take as a boss, but I'd love a playable character. Darkseid would be really cool. I know the Multiverses has a tie-in to the Nothing from the Neverending Story, so maybe they come across that somehow, but either way, if you're a fan of Multiverses, keep this in mind, so, you know, check it out. Maybe we get some other things in the comic that, you know, we don't know about the actual game yet, or something that will be coming to the game in the future, but that's all I got for this one. Hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think about the comic.